All right, hello, all you night readers. How's everyone doing? I hope you are all well. Hey, CM, welcome. Welcome. It's good to see you. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. Let's see our theme of the next 24 hours. Well, you guys can't see it, can you? There you go. Okay, our theme for the next 24 hours is meditation. Right? Meditation. That's a good one. That is a good one. Hey, Christina, welcome. You have an update on your sister. She told me she has a sugar daddy that gives her drugs, alcohol, and sex. My question is, will she get an STD from this man? He's 50 years old and she's 24. Oh, Lord. Well, he's younger than I am, at least. Well, our theme for the next 24 hours is meditation. So keep that in mind. And you might want to think on that, huh? Oh, Lordy. Well, that is a wow moment. That is a wow moment. CM, how did your meetup go the other night with your friends again? Great. Oh, awesome. See, things are getting so much better for you. Things are getting better. Yeah, they did that. That is a little crazy, Christina. That is crazy. All right. No, this is not going to end well. This is just not good anywhere. This is not good anywhere. Oh my gosh. All right, so you really want to know what this says? This says that she feels completely defeated. She feels completely defeated. She's with this guy who's 50 years old. She's 24, right? He's giving her all this stuff, and she's going to end up getting pregnant. She's going to end up having a baby. Hey, Simi. She's going to end up getting pregnant, and he is going to start, and then he is going to cut her off, basically. He's going to cut her off and make her struggle. She's going to struggle on her own, right? And that's going to make her heart break. That's going to give her the heartbreak. Absolutely. But I'm telling you, yeah, pregnancy, and then he's going to just turn cold. You can kind of see that coldness, right? The Queen of Swords is the cold queen. That is the emotionless, distant person, queen. I really think that's exactly what's going to happen. You can it's kind of really clear, right? Right now, she is, like I said, she's feeling extremely defeated. So she found this 50-year-old man. He's going to get her pregnant. Absolutely. Then he's going to become extremely cold, extremely emotionless, maybe even really controlling. Because swords are sometimes controlling, right? There's a lot of swords cards that have control issues with it. And she's going to struggle. She's going to struggle with this. Because he's gonna leave. Because you've got heartbreak here, and you've got a painful ending here. So it's very clear. That is absolutely clear. So that is what I see, Christina. Wow. All right. So, Simi, it's good to see you. How are you doing? Kayla, welcome. Okay, good. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but I'm glad you're listening. I hope you feel better. Yeah, things are going well for CM. Oh, there you go. She offered to give you rides if you needed it. I knew this was going to happen. So maybe you'll be able to get to some of the out-of-town ones. There you go. That was a bad read, CM. That was absolutely a bad read. Wow, yeah, he's married. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's where it's going to all go bad. it's really going to go bad. Hey, Sylvia. Welcome back again. How are you? Are you going to move or are you going to stay? Should you stay or should you go? From Long Island? Long Island. I have a friend who lives out there on Long Island. She talks just like this. Nope, sugar daddy. Yep. All right, Sylvia. You tell me. You tell me what it is. Yo. All right. Should you go or should you stay on Long Island? All right. I actually think you should go. I think moving is in the cards. Literally. Yeah, I know. That was a bad metaphor, right? But I do think that moving is in the cards for you. And yeah, I see that. You see it here, right? You see it with the tower card, where things kind of come tumbling down where you are. Not the house is going to fall down on you. I don't see that something crazy like that happening. But I do think that you're going to find a good reason that you need to get out of there. And I just think you're not happy being there. I don't think you feel really great about it anymore. I just think there's a lot of disappointment out there on the island. The Page of Pentacles says you're looking for something new. You're looking to learn something new, which is probably going to be a new place to live, I would say. And then I see you kind of walking away from the place on Long Island and not really looking back. Yeah, not really looking back at all. But I see you got some great ideas, right? You've got some new ideas that are coming, and they're really good ideas. That's the best part of it all. The Ace of Wands is telling me that you have some really good ideas, a lot of potential. There's going to be a lot of potential for you when you move. So that's really what you got going for you. So I do think that moving is going to be the way to go. All right. Yes, you are. Yes, you are sad and disappointed. That could be. Yeah, absolutely, Sylvia. I could definitely see that being disappointed. So that's what I get. This is definitely sugar daddy, by the way, Christina. Definitely. That's the answer to that. All right. Well, that's easy tonight. Nobody's here yet. It's just the four of us. CM and Kayla on the YouTube side, and Christina and Sylvia on the Facebook side. And that is all right. Because I'm just glad that the four of you are here. We've had plenty of shows, haven't we, that are, that I can remember where there was only maybe 3 or 4 people here for the whole time. But it doesn't matter. You think North Carolina, South Carolina, or Georgia? The hurricane states. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll tell you, the mountains of North Carolina are beautiful, though. So, hi, Fatima. Welcome. How are you? I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What about love coming your way? You know, yesterday was Love Day, right? Yesterday was Love Day. Everybody had love readings. It was amazing. It was amazing. So now, Sylvia, you want to get in on that whole, hopefully it's like a rollover night where things roll over from last night into tonight with the love readings. We got the Tower again. I got the Tower again for you. Right? That's really trying to tell you something. All right, so you've got the Three of Rods, which is the Wands, Three of Wands, and you're really, you're very understanding, but you have a lot of ambition. I think you have a lot of ambition, but the problem is things are going so slowly that you can't really show that ambition. You really can't. Yeah, Christina, it's going to be the sugar daddy. Definitely. So yeah, I think things are going so slow that the ambition is kind of fading out for you, right? You understand what I mean? Hey, Robert, welcome. How are you? It's great to see you. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate that. The King of Pentacles and the King of Swords are really quite opposite. Really quite opposite. The King of Pentacles is comfort, right? He's comfortable. He's relaxed. He kind of does his own thing. He's solid and secure, and the whole thing. He gives you that feeling of, comfort, and you can see that he's got this gigantic coat on, right? He's got this big heavy coat, and I think you could just wrap that coat around you and you would feel comfortable. Hey, Sailor Moon. And then the King of Swords shows me somebody who's extremely serious, somebody who's very controlling and predominant. And, that's not the way to go. So this, if you had to make a choice, you can see where things are split, right? It's going to be split. You're going to have two choices, I think. One's going to go one way, one's going to go the other. I think if you do, I think you want to go for the warm, comfy guy. Absolutely. You don't want controlling. You don't want somebody to be controlling in your life. That's not the way to go. I like Rex. Yeah, everybody's got one like that. And I'll tell you what, it's not the way to go. You don't want to go back to that. You want to stay with Mr. Comfy over here. Mr. Warm and Fuzzy. Because that's what that coat looks like, right? Really warm and fuzzy. And that's what he gives off. That's exactly what he gives off. So, yeah, I think you're going to have a choice. I think there's going to be two guys that come into the picture. And you're going to have that gut feeling because, like I said, you're ambitious. You're very understanding. You're intuitive. So even though things are moving slowly, you will get that intuition back once some of this all starts to show up. So yeah, I definitely see where that's going to be the case. So let it take its time. It is going to take some time because you do have the Knight of Pentacles there, and that is the slow moving knight, the very slow moving knight. But yeah, you can't go forward till your case ends. I know. You want to ask me something specific about that? Please do. CM, what's going to happen for the next 2 weeks? I don't know, CM. Things are going great for you. Things are going so wonderfully. I think even if the cards don't look perfect. They don't look the greatest, all of them. I think there's going to be a meaning in there that still shows optimism and still shows things that are going to be possible, because I think things are going really good. And see, like that Seven of Swords and that heartache and the Hermit being all alone. Oh my, you're putting up the fence. Oh gosh. So, okay, how do we put a positive spin on this? Because things are going positively. So that's what I'm trying to... That's what I want to see. Hey, Nicky. How are you? You think you get heat exhaustion in a coat like that? Yeah, see, you might. You might. But you know what? It would make you feel... It would give you the warm fuzzies, right? The warm fuzzies. Yeah, it's going to be 90 here for the rest of the week and stuff, so. And so, all right, here's what you got. What's going to happen for the next week or 2 weeks? I think you're just going to reflect on everything that's been going on. I really think you're just going to take it all in. You're going to look back and say, you know, things weren't so good. Things were not good. I think this is... Okay, so see, I'm going to tell it to you this way, and you may or may not believe a word I say, but this is what I'm going to tell you. This is a reading just to sum up what has happened in your past. In the past 6 months, right? I think the first card is telling me that. I think this card here, the Hermit, is telling me that this reading, because it's looking right at the reading, right? It's looking right at all the other cards, is a reflection of the past, of your recent past. I think it's showing you, you know, that you are, you know, meditating on stuff so that things get better. You don't really meditate, I know, but that's okay. But you are, you know, you're thinking about it. You're doing a little soul searching. You're finding new friends. But I think in the past 6 months, things have happened that have been hurtful, right? They've been hurtful. We know that. You know, and that has put your guard up. That has made you feel like you really have to. You really have to be defiant, right? You have to be resilient. You have to be defiant. And I can see that. The King of Wands is showing me somebody who's career focused, right? Somebody who is very mature minded. Somebody who's very successful at their job. I think you know exactly who that is. And then I see where the Seven of Swords is telling you that there was, you know, basically some type of a deception, or you know, you felt betrayed by this person, which is kind of exactly what happened. You know, kind of exactly what happened in the past 6 months. This is all stuff that's happened in the past 6 months. And I think the Hermit is telling you, yeah, look at that and think about how good things are going now compared to how things were going 6 months ago. All right, CM? That's right. At least it's not as bad as the other one. That's funny. Yeah. So Robert would like a reading concerning relationships. Awesome. Robert, last night was the night for relationship readings. I'll tell you what. I had so many relationship readings, and they all came out to be so positive. I had the Lovers or the Two of Cups in almost every single love reading last night. It was amazing. I kid you not. All right, so I'm kind of guessing you're not in a relationship right now. Kind of guessing that, and that's Probably why you're looking for that reading, right? That makes sense to me. All right, so I think, hey, MPT, welcome. The Fool and the Queen of Wands. That was my choice. Anyhow, the Empress is telling me that you are going to find somebody who helps you create creatively. Helps you stimulate that creative part of your mind with new ideas and new things, and also somebody who's going to be very nurturing to you. The world just gives you the whole idea that, hey, you know what, you found your place, you found the person you were looking for, you'll have success and joy. The Queen of Rods, the Queen of Wands, the wife of the Fool, according to MPT. Yes, this is MPT, by the way. There she is. Don't forget, she's... I'm sorry, Robert, I'm right in the middle of your reading, I know. But don't forget, because I will forget if I don't tell you now, make sure you subscribe to her, Modern Priscilla Tarot, and she will be having live shows on Wednesday nights starting this Wednesday, and then every other Wednesday after that for right now. It'll be 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Make sure that you check this out. Make sure you check out her site. She is doing an incredible series on the Fool, and it's very, very, very funny. I'll tell you, it's funny. It's hysterical, and she's really done an amazing job with it. And it's the Fool's adventures, and she makes him like he's a real person. So today, the Fool got himself a wife or a girlfriend in the Queen of Wands, by the way. Oh, sorry, did I ruin it? I ruined it. Didn't mean to. All right. So anyhow, Robert, I think somebody's going to come along that's going to, like I said, going to help you with your creative side, going to be very nurturing to you, and things are going to be great with that person. The person who's coming to you is going to be very confident. They're going to be very confident that they can be that person for you. They'll be very direct. I think they're going to actually be a person who comes to you first. I don't think they're going to wait for you to decide what you want to do. I think they're going to come directly to you. They're going to cut back on the decision, so you don't really get to make this decision. This is more of, okay, well, I could wait for more people. No. You don't want to wait for more people, because you see, the more people you have, the more frustration you get. You don't want that. You definitely want somebody who's going to be like this, confident, and again, creative. The Queen of Wands, Queen of Rods, again, shows creativity. The Empress shows creativity. It's all about that, and that's really what I see for your relationship. You are in a relationship, though. You are. I know that. I haven't looked. I'm still way back at the top, but if I remember correctly, is that right? That's right. I know that's right. Let me go down here. All right, nothing else. So yeah, if you're in a relationship, then this is just going to make things stronger for you. I really think it's going to make things stronger. Again, I think she's a nurturing person. I think she really brings out the creative side of you, and that really makes you feel complete. It makes you feel like everything has come together in the right way. If you try to do too much, or you try to have too much, then of course you get bored, or you get frustrated. And there's no, you really don't want to have any types of temptation out there, right? These could be all different temptations. The Seven of Cups. It could be temptations. It could be choices. There's, you can read it either way, kind of based on what's going on. But I would say you don't want any temptations, because again, that'll lead to frustration. So, yeah, that's what I get for you, Robert. That is what I got. I'm so sorry I stopped right in the middle of your reading to do my commercial for MPT, but I had to. Yeah. Or else I'd forget. I would forget it. I said it last night. I know I mentioned it last night. And, all right, so Sylvia, you wanted a reading on court case. All right. Hey, Yvonne from Ireland. How are you? How's Ireland today? How is Ireland today? Oh boy, look at this. This isn't... Now this is about a court case. So I think when things finally get to court, they're going to move really quickly. They are going to move very, very quickly. And I think you are, you're encouraged by the whole thing and you're motivated to get this done. You want this to go through so that you can be on your own and do your own thing. Yeah, I definitely see that. Fast movement, energy, energetic, motivation, encouraged. Also solitude, right? The Hermit, it can be definitely solitude. It can be thinking back. It can be, reflection and stuff like that. But it can also be solitude because that's basically what it's showing there. One person just all by themselves, way off from anybody else. And, you don't want to be off from everybody else, but you do want to be able to do your own thing and make your own decisions in your own time whenever you feel like it. I feel like this is going to be the court case. And I think the court case, of course, is going to end the lovers. I think this is going to end this. I really do. And I think I think it'll work out. I think it's going to work out because this is not, this is what the whole thing is about. And I think that the Devil card here is basically going to tell you that, there's just, things are not in balance, right? Justice shows you balance. Justice is balance. Temperance is balance, right? Those two cards, those are the two cards that always come out for me. But this is not balanced. There is no balance here, which means there is no relationship anymore. There's no give and take. There's no both people feel good. So one person gets everything out of this. One person doesn't. This relationship is absolutely over because things are so out of balance. And that balance was, or being out of balance, was probably caused, again, by some type of a lie, something being done to you that was, that made you feel betrayed. And I think there's also something that goes along with excess. Something was excessive. Something was just too much that you couldn't handle anymore. And that's why you're going this route with the whole divorce thing and the whole court case. So I definitely think that's the case. I really think that's it. I do think things are going to work out for you. I don't see anything bad happening. I just think that when things finally get opened up and ready to go, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen pretty quickly according to the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so Yvonne Farrell, how are you? Whoa, look out. My goodness, that card went flying. Hey, Nikki. I see. I'm curious, if I asked my friends and family to Cash App me and PayPal me for my birthday, would they do it? Maybe. That's interesting. All right, let's see what we got here, Yvonne. All right. Let's see. I know you're in a relationship, you said, right? You said, I know you said that to me at one point. You're in a relationship now. And I think the relationship is pretty good. I think it's good because you've got the Three of Cups here, which is, celebration and friendships and, people coming together and having a good time. And the Nine of Pentacles shows me that there is that inner peace for you. You have a contentment because of this relationship. That's what I see for the relationship part of it. I do see, though, in your life in general, that you just don't feel like you can attain everything that you really want, that you really can't reach all your goals. And you can kind of see that here because there's a cup way up here at the top, and nobody's going to be able to reach that. You're not going to be able to reach that, and that could be one of your goals that you think is important, but it's not as important as you think it is. It really isn't. You don't want to feel that grief and that negativity just because of not being able to reach that one thing. The High Priest is telling me that you're being protected by someone. You're being protected by someone who has passed on from this life into another life, and they have that protection. There's that protection feeling going on, and I really, I believe that that's really the case. Now the Three of Swords, we've had this already tonight, where it's the heart with the swords going through the heart, and this Three of Swords is very different, right? She's just kind of walking away, and there's the rose on the ground, and the guy's looking like, oh, please come back to me. But it also, it also could mean that you're just separated from people that you care about at this point in life and at this point in the world situations that are happening. I think this is just telling me that you are really feeling that separation. You are separated from the people that you care about in your life right now. So, but I definitely feel like you're being protected by somebody. Now, could this be the person you're in the relationship with? It could be, but I just don't see it. I see it being a higher presence, something that's spiritual, something, that's more like that, something that's more religious or spiritual, or, something that you have to believe in and understand. But you got to do it without seeing. So you got to have faith in that. And that's what I see. So that's definitely what I see for you, Sylvia. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you being here. I know it's late. It's 11:30 over there in Ireland. So, yeah, it is late. All right, Nikki. So will they send you cash through Cash App or PayPal for your birthday? That's a good question. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about it? Well, apparently you don't feel bad about it. You think it's a good idea, so that's why you're asking the question, right? Let me see, where are we? Okay. Anna K. That's the next one. That's the next deck you got to get. You got the Llewellyn one, which was great because that's a great deck. I love that. That's where I did all my practice and training on the Llewellyn deck. All right, so I think your family would be extremely slow to take on your family and friends. I think they would be very slow moving, and you just wouldn't get things wouldn't happen quickly. That's all I can say. Knight of Pentacles is so slow moving that, if they were going to get you some cash that way, it would be like such dribs and drabs that you would be, you'd be waiting for it for a long time. And I think that would, you'd end up getting tired and bored, and you'd have to just sleep on it because it would take a long time for all that to happen. I think it's a good dream. I think it's a good, it was a good plan. I'm not saying it was a bad plan at all. It was very original. That's for sure. It definitely is original. It was definitely something you were inspired. You're inspired to ask, and you can't. There's nothing wrong with looking at different possibilities for different things. It was your good idea, right? This was your good idea, your new idea. That inspiration. You think it has potential. Do I think it has potential? It can have potential, absolutely. I just think that, again, that it would happen extremely slowly. You would see the money coming in. You see it kind of being very, very slow. So, I don't think that it couldn't happen. I wouldn't say that it would not happen, absolutely not happen. I would just say that it would be everybody would be very slow to adopt that idea. How about that? That's the way I see it. All right. So that is what I got. Lorraine, it's good to see you. Can you have some cards, please? Yeah, you can have some cards. Certainly you can have some cards. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you're here again, like I said. I really appreciate when you guys, all you guys coming back every night, spending an hour with me, because it means the world. It's important to me. It's very important to me, and I like to think I'm helping you. So I like to think that. Okay, so. All right, some cards. Here they are. I think you're going through something that is kind of in your head. And it's got something to do with somebody that you are either romantically involved with right now, or that you want to be, or someone you like, something, something in the romance department. Somebody that you like, somebody who's very successful, somebody who is, again, career focused, mature minded, but they're very passionate too. So I can understand the attraction there, right? But I think you are really agonizing over it in your head. I don't think you've got it out there where you're sharing this with anybody, or anything like that. But I think that's the case, where you're kind of keeping that in. I think you really feel like, you want you want the whole new idea that everybody else has been getting, right? That new idea card. This is the Ace of Rods, which is the Ace of Wands, which is the new idea. Your new idea, though, is, you want to get from out of one place and get to another. And you don't care what it takes to get there. because you'll take risks even to get there. And I think that's okay if it works for you. I think you are with a group of people right now that you work extremely well with. They are a good group. And I think you and this group are very hard working, and you guys do really well at your job. I think if you're working on a project or something, then yeah, the people you're working on the project with are really good workers. They're really hard working, and it's a good team to have together. So that's what I see generally for you, Lorraine. That's my general feel. So he said what they did was illegal. So there you go. There you go. That's what the devil card's telling you then. Very clear there. Oof. Where'd you get that? Yeah, that would be betrayal, all right. Sailor Moon says, who will help me to get a new house? All right, everybody's throwing their hands up in the air, I'm sure. I'm sure they're all putting their hands up that they all want to help. All right. All right. Who will help you buy a house? I definitely see where, that is a possibility, getting a new house. And I see, where you feel like everything was completed and everything, you found your place, right? You found the place you were looking for. I really think that is there. And I see, here where you have a big group of people gathering in one place, which would be your new place. I see that you're motivated and excited about it. And I see that when it starts to happen, again, it's going to happen really quick. There's going to be that move. You're going to make a move. Absolutely. Now, who is it? Who is going to help you? The person who's going to help you is someone that you are emotionally in tune with. You're emotionally in tune with them, but they are not. They're not somebody who actually shows their emotions off. They don't like to give out their emotions. They kind of like to, suppress. They want to suppress their emotions. How about that? Is that a good word for it? They like to suppress their emotions. They really don't share them. They don't tell about them. They don't share them a whole lot. They just, they're very smart. They're smart. They're leaders, right? But they don't share their emotions. So if you know somebody like that, that's who it is that's going to help you get a new house. But the rest of it shows, definitely moving and completion and, happy life together and excitement and energy. It sounds like buying a house, right? Definitely sounds like it. CM, you're right. That was the last 6 months, but you really wanted to know about the next 2 weeks. I swear I can't help what the cards tell me. They just wanted me to see a recap. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Okay. Amen for the mute button. All right. Let's see what we get, Sam, for the next 2 weeks. See, I'm getting the same things. I'm getting that struggle. I'm getting... Well, maybe not. Maybe not exactly. Maybe not exactly. All right, so I see where you have a lot of restless energy. I was kind of staring at the cards. You kind of have a lot of restless energy, and that is, what is kind of keeping you going with these people and these new friends. And it's great that you're finding new friends, because that is making you feel better. You're becoming much stronger because of that, right? You're building up your what are you building up? Your confidence. That's the word. Yes, you're building up your confidence with the Strength card. The Queen of Cups tells me that you are very emotionally perceptive. You're very emotionally intuitive, so you know kind of what other people are thinking. They don't have to say anything. You can kind of feel how they're feeling without actually talking to them. And I think that's going to be useful with the people that you've been hanging out with and becoming friends with. I do think, again, you're going to need time for yourself, and I think that's exactly what is going on right now and for the next 2 weeks, where you're taking time for yourself to do things for you that make you feel good. And you're doing them with these new friends that you're making. I just think it's an internal struggle for you, because it hasn't been this way all the time, right? It hasn't always been this way. I just think that, so you kind of struggle with the whole idea, of worrying about being betrayed by friends again, because it's happened before. And, so it kind of goes through your head a lot. But don't worry. I mean, it's you don't have to worry. You're strong, and you're getting stronger, and your confidence is getting built up. And that's what's important. That's really what's important, CM. So keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind. Good. All right, let's see. Hello. Adania. I hope I pronounced that right. Adania. Hi. The wife of the fool. Yes. The Queen of Wands. Awesome. Thank you, Adania, for subscribing. You can absolutely ask questions. Just type them down in the comments, and I will do my best to get to them. Modern Priscilla Tarot is on YouTube, by the way. Yeah, I can't wait for the first shows tomorrow night. 7:30 Central and 8:30 Eastern. Yeah, well, most fools tell me that I'm awesome. That's the problem. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. And Ania says, I would like to know, and thank you so much for being here. And again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And it's really great to have you. I appreciate you hitting subscribe for me and like and stuff. And make sure you get notifications. I'm here every single night at 6 o'clock Eastern. And I do an hour's worth of readings. They are free readings, but donations are accepted and appreciated. And donations do make your question a priority. So they move to the top of the list. No matter how long, there is no real list, but no matter how long a bunch of questions there are out there, donations will move you to the very top. Right? And lately we've been really busy, so I haven't got to everybody. I haven't got to all the questions. I've had to skip questions, and it's not very good. There's Justice again. Justice, always. So for you who are new, Adania, that's for sure. My two favorite cards are the Star and the Sun. And the two cards that show up every single live show, no matter what, are Justice or Temperance. One or the other or both. Sometimes it's both, but at least one or the other shows up. So you'd like to know if that woman, uh-oh, and I read it with that attitude too, that woman that my ex is in love with, is it me? Oh, ooh. All right, maybe I shouldn't have read it with an attitude then. Yeah. So is the woman that your ex... So your ex has told you he's in love with somebody, but he won't say who. I'm guessing. This is my guessing point, where I have to guess if I've got the question exactly right. But I think that's exactly what I'm reading into this. So, all right. So is the person you? All right, well, you get the Nine of Cups, okay? The Nine of Cups tells me that that your ex is very happy. He's happy right now, right? He's very happy because he has a lot to give. He has a lot to give, and you can kind of see that here, right? Jumping off of the treasure chest with all the treasure in it, throwing all the cups up in the air. He's just happy to give and share because he has an abundance of stuff that he wants to give. And the Three of Wands is telling me that, you're being very understanding, and you are willing to let this progress into something if it's going to. However, Justice is telling me that you have to know the difference between what's going to be right for you and what's going to be wrong for you. If there's, there was a reason that he's an ex, right? So, is it going to be right or wrong for you to get back with him, even if it is you that he's in love with? The Emperor is showing me that he's somebody he wants to take responsibility for what he's done. So apparently he did something in the relationship for you guys to end it. And I think that kind of goes back to Justice. Is this going to be the right thing? Well, you know what? He's trying to take responsibility for it. That's what I think. This is, again, these are always my opinions. I think he is, I think he's more stable now than he was. And I think that structure is what you're really looking for. But I think deep down inside, first off, I think you have the intuition. And again, you have that intuition from the Moon card, that that this is more likely than not you. Yes. To answer your question. But the Moon is telling me that you're hiding some feelings inside that you're not really sure what to do. You are, you have to face your fears, and you're not sure if you're really ready to do that yet. Is that what you want to do? I'm not sure. You have to think about it, because Justice is going to rear her lovely head, and she is going to judge you, right? She is the judge doing justice, and you're gonna be judged by what you decide. And I think that decision, yes, again, is it you? Yes, it's you. I believe so, much more likely than not. Does he want to atone for what he did? Yeah, he does. But you're afraid of that. You're afraid that it's just going to go back to the old way that caused you to break up in the first place. So, yeah, that's what I see. That is definitely what I see for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate you subscribing. And like I said, please come back every night. I'll be here. You can ask questions every night if you want. That's for sure. You'd like to know if Charles the Sagittarius. Hey, GI, baby, GI. You are new too. You are new too. So I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the family, you guys. Welcome to our family. Because that's just what this is. One big family. We all know a little bit about each other based on different things and different questions and stuff. So everybody kind of knows everybody. And this is a judgment-free zone, that's for sure. Nobody judges anybody else here, because if you do, then, you know, that's not part of the plan. That's not how I want my YouTube channel to be. I want it to be no judgments. Everybody is free to say and talk about, or ask questions about anything they want, no matter what. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you guys are asking your questions and stuff. No one will ever judge you on your questions. I might giggle a little bit sometimes, or I might get a little hot flash if things are a little too much for me. That happens. Happens sometimes, But anyhow, I'd like to know if Charles the Sagittarius will send a message to you next week on Facebook. I think he is thinking about it really hard. I think he's really thinking about it. That's for sure. He's absolutely thinking about it. And I think you are kind of over the moon hoping, right? I think you are over the moon or kind of towards the sun. But I think you're really in a position where you want this to happen. And I think it's something that you are really you're really excited about. You're really anticipating it to happen because you really feel like it will. You've most likely already got some type of an indication that it's going to, because he is really contemplating it really hard. But of course there's always that choice. There is that choice, and he's going to have to make the decision, whether to do it or not, but he has to make a decision, right? He's at a point where he has to make a decision, and he will choose the best decision. He'll choose the best decision. The only thing, I think the last card is kind of a warning for you. I really think that the last card there is, the Queen of Swords. She is like the Ice Princess. She's like all the bad Disney princesses rolled up in one, right? She's all of them. She's like what's that one that had the last movie out? I can't think. Maleficent. That's it. That's her, right? She is cold. Do not be this person if he, when he gets in touch with you. I think, like I said, I think he's thinking about it hard, and I think he probably will. I think he'll make the best choice, and the best choice is to get in touch with you. And I think you're really excited about it here and here. But don't be the Ice Queen, okay? Ice Cream, okay. Ice Queen, not so much. Keep that. Always remember that. Sylvia, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Diva Bomber, welcome. My goodness, I finally got down to you. It takes forever to get down this list, doesn't it? And we're coming up on almost 7 o'clock, so I've probably got one more question after Diva Bomber. Let me see. What is... Lorraine. Lorraine, Ireland is doing well. You and Yvonne are doing okay over there. Awesome. All right, Vicky, you get the last question. You are going to get the last question tonight. All right. All right. So anybody else who asked a question and did not get a reading, like I said, a couple things you can do. You can Yeah, first off, you got to come back. You come back tomorrow night. Come back at 6 o'clock. Be here early. You get your question out there. That's for sure. You'll get your question out there early, and you'll get it read probably quickly. But if you are late to the show and you absolutely need that reading, because some people really have a need to have some confirmation about things, or to just feel better about things, donate. You can donate anything you want. You can donate anything you want, and that will move your reading to the top of the list. That'll guarantee that you will be read that day. There's temperance. I told you, justice and temperance, boy. Every night. Every single night. It's crazy. All right. How's your Aries' current energy towards you? Will he take any action? We are still with no communications. Oh, Aileen. I think I really see good stuff. Yes. Is he going to get in touch with you? Of course he is. There is a connection with you guys. There's a big connection. He needs to get in touch with you. You need to get in touch with him. Absolutely. Absolutely. There is that mutual attraction. And you guys just, I don't know, you won't tell each other or something. I think temperance has to tell you that you need to stop restraining yourself so much, right? Patience is good. Patience is always a good thing, but in this case, it's really not. You need to get in touch with him. If you think it's going to be him that doesn't get in touch with you, then I really think that you need to get in touch with him. Don't let the opportunity pass, because there's definitely that mutual attraction with you guys. The Four of Pentacles says you're keeping everything really close to you. You're holding on to things. You're holding on to the whole idea that he needs to get in touch with you. Don't hold on to that anymore. Be happy about what you got. You got the Queen of Wands, right? That's the Fool's wife, and you are yeah. According to MPT, that's the Fool's wife, the Queen of Wands. You're confident. You are very confident. So you can do this. You're fixed on, you're fixated on having communication with him. However, I don't think, it seems like you're not willing to make the first step. And that's what really needs to happen for things to move forward. And you can really clearly see that things need to move forward here, right? Things need to be moving forward. This Chariot is absolutely doing that. So, yeah, that's what I see for you. All right, Diva. All right, Diva Bomber. Thank you. All right, Vic. I told you you're the last one, and you are the last. Thanks so much. No, All right, good. Sylvia, come again tomorrow. Please do come again tomorrow. I appreciate it. I love having everybody here. You'd love to... Joyce, hey, Jade. You would love to know the meanings of the bird and magical moth that you saw today. Oh, gosh. All right, well... All right, this is my last reading. But I'm going to do one more. I did promise Jade that I would do her reading for her. Don't worry about it, Kayla. I do have to do one more. Because for those of you who don't know Joyce McGeehan, also known as Jade the Violet Sage, she has a YouTube channel as well, and a Facebook channel, the Violet Sage. where she does some incredible stuff there. But I'm going to tell you this. She collaborated with me on 2 shows. We did her show and then she did my show together. So she is another reader who does a great job. So there's 2 more people you guys can watch and follow. She does her shows on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock Central Time every Sunday. So, and that's The Violet Sage. Look her up. All right, Vic, does W have a good surprise for me, as he said, tomorrow? I think so. I think he's got something for you, right? There he is. He's kind of sitting next to the well, and he's got the surprise right there for you, and that's going to make you feel really good. That's going to, it's going to be something comforting. And again, then you have the King of Pentacles. He's warm and cuddly, and he's all the things that you really want, right? He's solid. He's a big guy, right? He looks huge. He's a big, secure, solid, secure guy, but he's also like that cuddly teddy bear where he could wrap that huge, heavy coat around you and just make you feel really warm inside. I don't think you have a surprise for him with the Empress. I don't think so at all, but I do think that, I think right now you are just really feeling like, he's the person that you want to nurture. He's the one this is the relationship you want to grow. And I think that's the case. I really think that's the case with it. Now, are you a little anxious about it? Absolutely. You don't know if it's really going to happen or not. And that has been a little, that gives you a little anxiety and a little struggle, internal struggle, right? Anxiety and internal struggle, those go hand in hand. These cards for sure. The 9 of Swords and the 5 of Rods absolutely go hand in hand. This is nightmares and anxiety, and then that nightmare and anxiety is basically about, that internal struggle that you're having. But I wouldn't have this struggle. I wouldn't worry about that so much, because I really think that, he's got something special for you. All right, that's what I see for you, Vic. All right, I did get a donation to do that last reading, so thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. All right, you were driving my neighbor to the store with what looked like a golden eagle flew right in front of my van and sat in the road and looked at me. I had to come to a stop, and then he flew away. Someday, Jade, I'll tell you the story about my parents and the Jersey Devil, but that's a little different story. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'll tell you that story someday. You're very welcome, Vic. All right, so what did it mean? What did it mean? You ever watched the movie The Mothman Prophecy? Just asking. That happened in West Virginia, but in a town called Point Pleasant, which we have one of those here in New Jersey that you know. All right. So what did it mean? What did this golden looking eagle mean? It means he left an egg. It means he left an egg, right? Now, I'll tell you, I don't know. I don't see anything really telling about this whole thing. I think this was something that happened that you think you saw it. You definitely think you saw it, and you definitely were you really were feeling the whole the whole thing, right? You saw this happen in front of you, and you made a decision. You stopped, right? You made the decision to stop because you couldn't go anywhere. I just think it really is the meaning to you. Again, you've got heartbreak and insecurity. And is that what that's trying to tell you? Is there heartache and insecurity going on? I don't know. I just think, there's always that possibility, right? There's always the possibilities. Always that understanding that could be the case. But I just don't know. I'm not positive on this one. I've got the Fool. The Fool is telling me that, something very optimistic should come out of this. And, you stopped right with this thing right in front of you, and you were oblivious to the danger of it. Which strength should have come out of here, right? Should have told you how brave you were. Because that would have been a bravery move for sure. I think you slowing down, right? You slowed down to a stop is what the Knight of Pentacles shows. And it just basically shows that you kind of are shutting things out. You shut things out or shut other people out at this point. And that helps them. That's only going to help those people move forward with new possibilities and new understandings. Because you didn't care. You were oblivious to the danger. You did not care about the danger of it all. You stopped, which may have, like Kayla said, may have caused other people to stop. And maybe it stopped an issue or an accident of some sort. And, that would have been absolutely heartbreaking and, would have made you feel very, very much like there was some type of a health issue. That would give it a health issue for sure, right? An accident. And this is, the Five of Pentacles doesn't always mean left out, doesn't always mean secure. It also could mean health issues. So, I think, I think something's moving in that direction. But you stopped, and that was the important part. All right. I don't know that was the best answer for your question, but that's all I had. I mean, if I just take 5 random cards, I don't see anything special there either. I see you going. I see you being very happy. I see you feeling love from this whole idea. I feel like something loving came out of it, that you felt like you kind of had your family in mind, but you were protecting yourself, right? I think that came to me really quick. That was a really quick read of those cards because it was basically laid out for me. So, I don't know. That's what I get for you, Joyce. You're welcome. You are very welcome. All right. All right, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Again, I'll be here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern time. So I'd love to see you all back again. And if you did not get your questions answered, be here early tomorrow night, and you'll be able to get those questions answered. Or, like I said, if you come in later and you want it for sure, then you just donate. That's all. Just donate, and your question will move to the top of the list. All right. So I hope you guys all have a good night, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye now.